Oh, I hope this work. Okay, let's go. Okay, this happening. Oh my gosh, can't believe. So guys, hello. Today we have just three person per person here, but it's important for us. Like it's your conversations today. So I'm Anna. I will be the host today, and the topic in this meeting, 2 p.m. in the Friday, in the Friday, it's TOEFL. We're talking about TOEFL. TOEFL, it's an exam to prove your proficient in English. But that's it. And Anna, it's your co-host today. Hi, Anna. Do you want to say something? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Hello, guys. I am Ana Clara. I'm 21. Oh my God. I'm studying civil engineering in college, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you. So I think swelling come here like a few times, but I will explain how Tinti works. Tinti is a safe place, and we are since 2016 for years, and this is a free conversation English. And yeah, I think it is, and we like to help people, and we respect everyone here. And you, Swelling, introduce yourself for us. Tell me about your history, who you are.
Hey, I'm Swelling, and just make a little summary of me. But I'm 25 and I'm a photographer, so I'm here to improve my English, and Trinity is a better place to do that.
Yeah, for sure. So I think I forgot to introduce myself, but I'm Anna. I'm 16 and I'm a junior in high school, and that's it. Today we're gonna talk about the TOEFL have fourth section, and today we're gonna talk about the listen section, and I will like share my screen to show how this working. We're the listening, so we need to hear the topic, a little short audio, and after we are answer some questions. And yeah, oh, you have one more person here. Oh, welcome. I think. Hey, Lua.
Hello, good
Hey,
afternoon.
how are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. And you?
I'm pretty as well. So can you introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. So, guys, good afternoon. My name is Luan Victor. I'm 19 years old. I live in Belém, and I'm a chemical engineer student, and I also one of the hosts here in TNT.
Yeah, that's great. So I was talking about how this work today. We're gonna talk about TOEFL, and we're gonna talk the listen section, and I will show my screen to show how this will work. So let's go. Just a second. I will show my screen. Yeah, everyone can see my screen. I think yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Swelling one, we are starting this and the listening. Okay, so I will put like one audio, and it's just the audio because TOEFL we we need to like listen one time. Don't have the second chance. But if someone don't understand or have some doubt, we can put on more time, or we put in the subtitle. Don't have problems. And you were gonna talk about this and go to the first listening, the first audio. So just this is like explains how work the section, and as I said, it's the listening section, so we can go. It's just the instruction, but I think we don't need like reading this, but okay, let's move on. Just a few seconds because like the time to.
Now listen to a conversation between a student and a professor.
Hi, Professor. You got a minute?
Sure, Christy. Did you pick up your paper yet? I just finished grading them and I was really impressed with yours.
Really?
Of course, I loved your arguments. And what you wrote about farming for less than $10 a day, it really has incredible real-world applications. I can tell you put a lot of thought into this paper.
Speaking of real world applications, that's sort of what I wanted to talk to you about the student exchange program.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Are you thinking of going somewhere? That's a great program.
Well, I have a couple of places in mind, but I really have my heart set on Guatemala.
What draws you to Guatemala?
I think Guatemala would be the most relevant place for me. It would be perfect to go there so I can do some research about my ideas.
I can see where you're coming from, Christy. I think you have some good reasons. I hate to tell you this, but the exchange program in Guatemala is only for Spanish majors, and the Spanish department is usually pretty strict about that.
No, there has to be some way I can go. I've already done so much research about it. Guatemala is perfect for my research. It has the exact type of agricultural practices, economy, and environmental conditions I want to study and explore.
You make a fair argument, but have you thought of other places? I really wouldn't want you to get your hopes up since it's a program run by the Spanish department, and I can't remember the last time a student was able to go who wasn't a Spanish major.
That doesn't seem fair. Is there nothing I can do? They must have let someone go before who isn't a Spanish major, right? I mean, I know some Spanish, if that's any consolation.
Look, I want you to have the opportunity to go, and I agree that it could be an ideal place for your research. Since you are very passionate about going, I'll talk to the person in charge of the situation and see if they can find a way to accommodate you.
Really, Professor? Thank you, thank you. That means so much to me.
I think you should prepare a solid argument to present to the Spanish department just in case. Can you do that?
Of course, absolutely. I'll do anything. I'll be ready.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it. Let me talk to the department and I will let you know if anything changes, okay?
Okay, thanks, Professor.
So guys, everyone understand what the audio said about the girl and the profession, the conversation. Luan swelling. Did you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
Yes, I
okay.
got it.
Okay, so we don't need to reply again. Yeah?
I don't think so.
Sure.
Okay. So like swelling, you can read the first question for us, please.
Yes. Why does the student go to see the professor? Letter
Okay.
A. Oh, okay.
No, you can read it. Sorry.
Okay, letter A, to talk about her paper on farming practices. Letter B, to ask if she can study abroad in Guatemala. Letter C, to discuss her research on agricultural practices and environmental conditions. And letter D, to see if she can become a Spanish major.
And you, Luan, you can tell for us what is the correct answer. If you know, of course, we are help you.
I think it's letter C, but I'm not sure.
Letter C. Okay. Uh, letter C. I'm reading the letter C. Uh, the the the
Oh
the
no, sorry.
answer.
I
Oh,
think letter B.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
letter
Letter
confusing.
B.
I
Okay.
just read letter C. It doesn't make any sense.
Don't worry. In the spelling, you said letters B. Yeah.
Yeah, letter B.
And you wanna.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's letter B.
Yeah, guys. So the correct is the letter B. The girl, the students are talking with the professor because she wanna study abroad like one semester in Guatemala because she think it's really important for her project, because it's a really a good area to understand the project. And I think you can go to the next question, Luan. You can read it for us the question.
Yes, of course. Why does Christy want to go to Guatemala? Select 2. A. To continue her research on cost-effective farming. B. Because she has already studied about it and wants to learn more in person. C. The agricultural and economic landscape closely matches and she wants she wants to research. In letter D, she wants to learn more Spanish.
Yeah. Swelling. What do you think? Where is the answer? We need to choose two letters.
B and C.
E and C.
Yeah,
Okay. And you, Lua,
I agree with Swelling. B and C too.
B and C. Okay. And you, Wanna? Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, guys, you are correct. Congratulations, you're awesome. Like we can do the TOEFL. No, I'm just kidding. Need to work more, but this is the way to go. And do it. We're awesome. And the two correct letter is the letter B and the letter C. The letter B is because she talked about she has already studied about. I think Lua answered reading the questions, but like she said in the audio, she really. Oh, we have more one person. Joel, come with us. Hey, how are you? Okay, I think it like is connecting. The okay. Hey Joel, how are you today? Joel, are you listening to us? Yeah, I don't know. Uh, okay, I will continue. Yeah? So the two correct questions, the two correct answers, sorry, is the number B and the number C. And the we are listening is in the audio, so he said about this for the professor, and you can go to the next questions.
Now, answer the questions. 1. Why does the student go to see the professor?
I think you answer like I will just yes. It's so hard to like control the YouTube.
3.
Oh yeah.
Why might Christy not be able to go on a trip?
Oh, here are the questions. So Anna, you can read the question number 3.
Yeah. Why might Chris not be able to go on the trip to Guatemala? A. She is not a linguist major. The Spanish department is in charge of this program. C. She does not speak enough Spanish. And D. There are no more spots left in the program.
Yeah, and the Joel, are you here? Like, are you listeners? You can talk. I don't know, guys. I'm a little lost. But Lua and you, what did you believe this character answer?
I think it's letter B.
Letter B?
Yes, but I don't think so.
Okay, don't worry. India spelling.
well, it's letter A, but I forgot what is charge in this case.
Uh,
Yeah.
what is it? What? Sorry, I didn't understand what is it.
Charge. What is charge?
Charge.
In
Okay.
charge is like have the control, have the power to choose the person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
India one.
I am a little confusing A or C, but I
Oh.
think it's A. I don't know.
Yeah. So, guys, the correct answer is the letter A, like the first answer, because the professor said he can't go to Guatemala because it's like the programming from the student to study language majors. Uh, I guess this. Yeah. So I think you can go to that. Luan, did you understand like the letter A? No problems.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
he said in the at the beginning of the conversation only Spanish major.
Yeah. So I will answer. I will reading the question number 4. Why does the professor decide to help a Christian? Select 2. A. Christian is one of the most intelligent students in the class. B. The professor agrees that Guatemala is a good place to do more research. C. Christian is extremely motivated to study abroad in Guatemala. And D. Christian, I'm a little confused with the real name, but I didn't remember, knows some Spanish, so it will be easy to convince the Spanish department. Lua, what do you think?
I think it's letter B and C.
Okay, and you, Swelling,
I agree. B and C.
and you, Anna.
Yeah, yeah, I also agree.
Do you also agree? Okay. So guys, the letter B and C. Okay, I agree with you. It's like, I think is the reason, like he said, the professor said in the video, like, and she said also she was studying so much and she was motivated to do it in Guatemala, and also because it's a good place, he confirmed this, agree with this situation, and I think you can go to the next, and the next is another audio, so we're listening, and after we answer the questions, no problem. Everyone okay here? Yes? Okay, so I will go to the next question.
Trip to Guatemala. Select 2. If she has thought of
Oh,
other places.
I have one more question. I didn't know, like, this is a surprise for me. But go. Luan, you can answer for us?
Okay, answer right. Let me read first.
Okay.
What does the professor ask Christy if she has thought of other places to go? A. He wants to know if there are any other countries Christy wants to travel to. B. He does not think Christy will be allowed to go to Guatemala. C. He is letting up to suggesting a better place for her to study abroad. D. He is curious if Christy can do her research in another country. I think it's letter A.
You, Swelling, do you agree? Swelling, sorry. Oh my gosh. Today it's not my day to speak in name. But do you agree?
Yeah, I think A is, but I'm a little doubt. I think it's B, and sometimes I think it's A. I don't know. Really, I don't know. He said that she not be allowed to go to Guatemala because she doesn't have a Spanish major. But he asks to if she wanna go to another places. So I don't know.
Yeah, so Indiana, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I am in doubt too, but I think it's B.
Oh, okay. So the letter correct is the letter B, guys, because she does not think Christians will be allowed to go to the Guatemala. Like she agreed, she approved, she wanna go to Guatemala, but she know like the Spanish department are so rude with the decision, so tough. She don't like allow the people to go to Guatemala if and doing Spanish course, Spanish major. So I think it is the most reason to they ask you for another country, another option, because like this the Guatemala is the first option for her, and she needs like the professional like try and help her trying decision another place, because he know like oh my gosh he know like she can go to Guatemala. Everyone agree? Okay, no problems with the questions, so we can go. Another video. I hope is another audio.
To go.
Mm,
Of the moon and how it was
sorry. So this
Now
is
let's
another questions. The question, the audio number 2. So we're listening about this. Let's go listening.
listen to part of a talk in an astronomy class.
So, I would like to continue our discussion about the moon, more particularly about the origins of the moon and how it was actually created. We talked about 3 possible solutions, more like theories, about how the moon was created. Can anyone tell me the name of one of these theories? Sarah.
Well, I do remember the capture theory, which proposes that the moon was located somewhere else in the galaxy until eventually it was kind of like captured by the Earth's gravitational pull.
Yes, and I'm glad you started with the capture theory because it's the easiest one to reject. Its primary drawback is that no one knows of any way that Earth could have captured such a large moon from elsewhere. One body approaching another cannot go into orbit around it without a serious loss of energy. Furthermore, if such a capture did take place, the captured object would go into a very strange orbit, rather than the nearly circular orbit our moon goes through today. Finally, there are too many similarities in composition between Earth and the moon. It's much more likely that the Earth and the moon were somehow connected at one point in the past. What was another theory discussed? James?
The fission theory. Like you said, the moon was once a part of the Earth, but somehow separated from it early in their history. But I remember you mentioned some problems with this theory too.
Yes, the fission theory suggests that the moon separated from the Earth, but modern calculations have shown that this type of splitting is nearly impossible. Furthermore, it is difficult to understand how a moon made out of materials from the Earth could have developed so many chemical differences from our own. And the third? James again?
Yeah, the last one is the sister theory. It claims that the moon formed together with the Earth, but also remained independent from it. This is why many astronomers once believed of other moons in the solar system too.
Yes, the sister theory was the dominant idea accepted by most astronomers in the past. But like the capture and fission theory, it had some problems, particularly when trying to explain how it could have such a lower density when compared to the Earth. Now, in an effort to resolve these apparent contradictions, scientists developed a fourth hypothesis for the origin of the moon, one that involves a giant impact early in Earth's history. This idea, known as the giant impact hypothesis, proposes that Earth was struck by an object approximately 1/10 Earth's mass, which is about the size of Mars. This is very nearly the largest impact Earth could experience without being shattered. Now, such an impact would disrupt much of Earth and eject a vast amount of material into space, releasing almost enough energy to break the planet apart. Computer simulations indicate that material totaling several percent of Earth's mass could be ejected in such an impact. Most of this material would be from the stony mantles of Earth and the impacting body, not from their metal cores. This ejected rock would then cool and form a ring of material orbiting Earth. It was this ring that ultimately came together and formed the moon. While we do not have any current way of showing that the giant impact hypothesis is the correct model of the moon's origin, it does offer potential solutions to most of the major problems raised by the chemistry of the moon. Most importantly, since the moon's raw material is from the deep rocks of Earth and the asteroid that hit it, the composition and chemistry of the moon is better understood and explained.
Now, answer.
Guys, don't have problem to listen this audio because it's a little more complete. I don't know what has happened today, but a little more difficult, to understand. What swelling, Anna? Are you okay with this audio or no? You can listen
Repeat
again.
the audio again, please.
Okay, no problem. You can repeat the audio. Just a second. Swelling. Okay. We'll replay again the audio.
Yeah, that's okay. Of course.
Okay. And do you prefer with subtitles or no? Just the audio.
For me, just the audio. What about
Just the audio.
Okay.
Body, not from their metal cores. So, I would like to continue our discussion about the moon.
Why does the professor ask
So, I would like to continue our discussion.
us to go? Now listen to part of a talk in an astronomy class.
So, I would like to continue our discussion about the moon, more particularly about the origins of the moon and how it was actually created. We talked about three possible solutions, more like theories, about how the moon was created. Can anyone tell me the name of one of these theories? Sarah.
Well, I do remember the capture theory, which proposes that the moon was located somewhere else in the galaxy until eventually it was kind of like captured by the Earth's gravitational pull.
Yes, and I'm glad you started with the capture theory because it's the easiest one to reject. Its primary drawback is that no one knows of any way that Earth could have captured such a large moon from elsewhere. One body approaching another cannot go into orbit around it without a serious loss of energy. Furthermore, if such a capture did take place, the captured object would go into a very strange orbit, rather than the nearly circular orbit our moon goes through today. Finally, there are too many similarities in composition between Earth and the moon. It's much more likely that the Earth and the moon were somehow connected at one point in the past. What was another theory discussed? James?
The fission theory. Like you said, the moon was once a part of the Earth, but somehow separated from it early in their history. But I remember you mentioned some problems with this theory too.
Yes, the fission theory suggests that the moon separated from the Earth, but modern calculations have shown that this type of splitting is nearly impossible. Furthermore, it is difficult to understand how a moon made out of materials from the Earth could have developed so many chemical differences from our own. And the third? James again?
Yeah, the last one is the sister theory. It claims that the moon formed together with the Earth, but also remained independent from it. This is why many astronomers once believed of other moons in the solar system too.
Yes, the sister theory was the dominant idea accepted by most astronomers in the past. But like the capture and fission theory, it had some problems, particularly when trying to explain how it could have such a lower density when compared to the Earth. Now, in an effort to resolve these apparent contradictions, scientists developed a fourth hypothesis for the origin of the moon, one that involves a giant impact early in Earth's history. This idea, known as the giant impact hypothesis, proposes that Earth was struck by an object approximately 1/10 Earth's mass, which is about the size of Mars. This is very nearly the largest impact Earth could experience without being shattered. Now, such an impact would disrupt much of Earth and eject a vast amount of material into space, releasing almost enough energy to break the planet apart. Computer simulations indicate that material totaling several percent of Earth's mass could be ejected in such an impact. Most of this material would be from the stony mantles of Earth and the impacting body, not from their metal cores. This ejected rock would then cool and form a ring of material orbiting Earth. It was this ring that ultimately came together and formed the moon. While we do not have any current way of showing that the giant impact hypothesis is the correct model of the moon's origin, it does offer potential solutions to most of the major problems raised by the chemistry of the moon. Most importantly, since the moon's raw material is from the deep rocks of Earth and the asteroid that hit it, the composition and chemistry of the moon is better understood and explained.
Now,
Now, guys, I will just explain like how this work if someone doesn't understand again. So we have like in this box three theories about the moon creating, and this is our wrong theory about the moon creating, and the giant impact. I forget this word in Portuguese and English. Hypothesis, it's like the best one, like the right, and just the three in the first box, it's wrong theory about the moon, and the another box is the right, and the people's believing today. So we can go to the questions. Okay, everyone. I think everyone didn't understand. I think everyone understands this, like the audio. Uh, Lua, you can read it for us.
Yes, sure. What is the professor mainly discussing? A. How the moon formed after giant object impacted the Earth. B. The composition of the moon in comparison to Earth. C. Problems with theories about the origin of the moon. And D. Whether or not the moon was connected to the Earth at one point.
Yeah, and do you think what is the correct answer to this question?
Letter C.
Letter C. Okay. Swelling and you.
No, it's okay. We are discussing about the three. They are wrong. And she said about the four.
So what is the letter? Sorry, I didn't understand.
C.
B?
C.
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 Oh, okay,
Letter
okay,
C.
sure. Um, now I understand. And you wanna?
Yeah, I think it's C.
Okay. Oh, so guys, the question number one, the correct answer is the letter A. Like is the letter A. Yeah. I always check if I'm not too wrong. Yeah. The questions one is the letter A, and like the mainly discussions, the letter A, it's how the moon formed after the giant object impact the Earth. So I think it is this man is the mainly discussing because like almost parts of the conversation they are talk about this. No, they didn't talk about so much the problems in theories, but they talk about the object to create to the giant object impact the earth, the for creating the moon. Did you understand? I hope yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you can read in the next question, Swelling.
Yes. How was the lecture organized? Letter A. The professor discusses information previously learned before introducing a new idea. Letter B. The professor introduces an experiment and some possible problems with it. Letter C. The professor compares theories about the moon with the other objects in space. In letter D. The professor gives a historical account of theories on the origin of the moon.
Sorry. Into Swelling, what do you think is the correct answer?
I think it's letter A because uh, the alums know a lot about the theories, but she always are completing them.
Okay. And you, Anna.
Yeah, I agree with Sally.
Okay. And you,
I also agree with you too.
okay. The letter A, exactly. The first letter, the letter A. Yeah. So guys, bad news. Like the correct, the letter C is the professions compare theories about moon with objects with others objects in the space is the correct answer, and I will say it's because like they talk about the moon, the creating about the moon in the theories, but they also talk about how this creating and the objects in the space, how this creating, like all these theories talk about one thing, one object, and how the moon created about how moon are created with this object, how the object impact the moon created. Yes, for sure. To understand. Okay, so I think you can go to the next question. Uh, Here the other questions, and you can read it for us.
Yeah. 3. What are some problems with the capture theory? Select 2. There are too many chemical differences between the Earth and Moon. B. Is it more pleasurable that the Earth and the Moon were never connected? C. During entry in the solar system, the Moon would have had too much energy to capture, and D. The Moon would have a strange orbital path if it were captured by Earth.
And what do you think is the correct?
Mm, B and
Two.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe D.
Okay. I will check because I'm afraid to say something wrong. And okay. Letter C and the D. Yeah. Correct? What did you say?
I said B and D.
B and D. Okay. And D is spelling. Do you agree?
Oh, I agree with letter C, but I'm not sure of the second one. Really.
Okay. And you.
I think it's letter C and D.
Okay, so the correct is the letter C and D. Lower, I don't know. Indiana, I think you answered this. Sorry, but is the correct answers, you know? And guys, I do did it I did a little mistake, you know, because I listened these questions. I answer these questions with myself, but I it's like the fears. I think I forgot, and I was searching the correct and the passage number like this audio the question number two is the letter A. You are correct. Sorry for this mistake. Like just I like confused the questions. You know, I think I said the letter A, but the letter C. It's correct.
Okay.
So I will answer. I will reading the next question, and which theory about the moon is mostly likely true? A. The vision theory. The B. The giant impact hypothesis. C. The sister theory, or D. The capture theory. So Ellen, you can answer. What do you think?
I'm in doubt because she said that the people believe more in the giant pact, but it's not a theory, it's a hypothesis. There is something different. But she said that the people used to believe more. The dominant in the past was the sister theory. So I think it's letter C if you're talking about theories.
Yeah, India. Look, do you agree?
I agree with Swelling.
And you, Anna.
I agree with what Suela said about the giant impact hypothesis, but I don't know, maybe B or the same, the C.
The C, yeah. So guys, the correct is the number B. Like I know is writing hypothesis, but it's one of thoroughly, you know, thoroughly. So the correct is the number B. I
Oh
think.
my goodness.
Yeah, this is like a I don't know a joke in this question, you know, because you think oh it's hypothesis, but also thoroughly, it's a little confused. I'm thinking about this also, like what is happening. Uh, So, Anna, you can really like the question
Yeah,
first.
5. Yeah, yeah. What does the professor imply about the sister theory? Oh my god. A. Modern astronomers do not believe this theory is correct. B. It explains why the moon is made out of the same materials as Earth. C. The density of the moon compared to Earth proves it's true. D. It was less popular than the capture and fission theory.
Uh, Lua, you think what is the right? And oh, Anna, tell your opinion about this question.
Yeah, A. Sorry. Yeah, I guess.
And you, Lua,
I think it's letter B.
and you, Swelling.
Letter A. Yeah.
So, guys, the correct is the letter A. Also, these modern astronomers do not believe in this theory. Is it right? It's correct. Sorry. And if you don't know what is mean imply, like in the questions, it's implicar. You know, in Portuguese, this word. And the other question is, Lua, you can tell for us the question. You can read it.
Yeah, sure. Uh, why is the giant impact hypothesis also problematic? Letter A. The impact likely would have caused Earth to break apart into many pieces. B. The Moon is too small for such an impact. C. There is more proof that the sister theory is correct. There is no way to prove it is correct. I think it's letter C,
Okay, and you,
but
Swelling.
I have a little doubt.
Okay, no problem. Me too, like
Letter D.
letter D. And you wanna do you agree? What is the your team? Letter B, or letter C, or letter D? What is the two?
I agree with spelling D.
Yeah. So Lua, the correct is the letter D. Is not. You said the letter C. Yeah. So the correct is the letter D. Did you understand?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is like the questions I prepared for this video, and I will show another questions. Is like here is the questions. Come. Yeah. So the TOEFL listening lecture 2 in this section, you will hear academic lectures. In the exam, you will be reading each lecture once before you look at the questions. In the practice tests, you can control the audio yourself. You can also see the scripts of the conversation. So I think if someone didn't understand, you can read the transcript, and listen to the lecture about population growth for questions 1, 6. Choose the best answers. I will put the audio here.
Good morning, everyone. Now, in today's lesson, I'd like to talk about population growth and, in particular, fertility rate. Now, can anyone here define fertility rate?
Is it the number of births in a population measured per 1,000 people per year?
No. That's what we call the birth rate, the number of children born in a year per 1,000 people. No, the fertility rate is the average number of children born per woman in her lifetime. That is, if she lives beyond her childbearing years. Now, do you think the British fertility level is higher or lower than it was, say, 20 years ago?
I think it's lower because these days women are far more focused on their careers than they used to be.
Well, that point is certainly true, but actually, fertility levels in Britain are relatively high at the moment. In 2008, it was 1.96. That means that on average, each woman gives birth to 1.96 children, and in 2009, it was only slightly lower at 1.94. The last time fertility rates were this high was back in 1973. In the UK currently, the highest rate of fertility is in Northern Ireland, where the rate is 2.04, and the lowest is in Scotland, where the rate is just 1.77.
I don't understand. How come fertility rate is going up? Women are just as career-driven these days as they were 30 years ago.
Well, the reason is that during the 1990s, women really started to delay having families, and that was the reason for the decrease in birth rate then. Now those women are in their 30s and early 40s, and they are starting to have families. So that's why the birth rate is going up.
Oh, I see. So it's not actually as if people are actively choosing to have more children than they used to.
Yes, that's right, Charlene. The number of children per family is continuing to fall. Women who are currently in their 70s had an average of 2.4 children. Those in their 60s had 2.2, those in their 50s had 2.0, and the current figure is 1.9. Actually, this figure isn't due to more families choosing to have only one child, although that certainly is occurring. It's mainly because of the increasing number of women who have no children at all. This figure was 1 in 10 among the age group who are now 65, but now 1 in 4 women in their mid-40s are childless.
I heard that the fertility rate in Europe is like really low, 1.3 or something.
That's right, Charlene, it is. It's far below the replacement level. Can you tell me what replacement level means? No? It's the number of births you need to keep the population constant.
Yes, I heard that in France they're trying to get people to have more children. They even give out gold medals if you have 8.
That's right. So we've already mentioned that women are waiting before having children because of their careers. Why else is fertility rate generally decreasing?
I think they have fewer children because they're so expensive. I mean, I heard one report that said it costs £200,000 a year to raise a child here. But I find that difficult to believe. People's standard of living is far higher now than it used to be 100 years ago when families had 8 or 9 kids.
That's very true, but these days people's expectations tend to be higher. Parents want their children to have the best opportunities in life, so they're prepared to pay to develop their children's talents.
Yes, I heard that in China, where they're easing off some of the rules of the one-child policy and allowing some couples to have 2, many parents are still choosing to have 1. They say it's just too expensive. But, I reckon that with all this parental micromanagement that's going on these days, parents only have the time to manage 1 or 2 children.
That's a good point. So now I'd like to look at some different organizations and examine what they believe about the current population issues. Good morning, everyone.
I was muted. Everyone understand the audio? I think this is more simple, it's not so biggest.
Over there.
Yeah. And you,
My,
Lua.
my,
Oh, sorry, you can say.
my real problem is just pay attention. Even in Portuguese, I'm
Yeah,
get lost
I feel the same.
sometimes.
Yeah, of course. Oh my gosh, I'm really
Yes, so
identified.
bad.
Yeah. And you, Lua, do you understand? Okay.
Yes, I got it.
Okay. So
But
we can answer these questions. Oh, Lua, you have to go. Oh, okay, no problem.
I have another class right now.
Okay, sorry. I didn't
Bye,
look
guys.
there.
See you next
Bye.
meeting.
Bye, see you.
Bye. So I think
Bye-bye.
bye. Take care. I think you can answer those questions because we have no more time, but we can answer. Listen the lecture. So Alan, you can read the question number 1 for us.
Yes. Which of the following is defined as the number of children born per 1,000 people per year? Replacement level, fertility rate, birth rate, or fertility level? And for me, is the birth rate.
And you wanna do you
Yeah,
agree?
I agree.
I agree to see. Oh, that's correct. 1 point for us, girls. And the next, Anna, you can read it.
Yeah. 2. Which of the following countries in the UK has the highest fertility rate? England, Scotland, Wales, North Ireland. I guess it's North Ireland.
And you, Salim, do you agree?
Yes, I agree. But next, you talk about North Ireland. She talked something about Scotland, but I think it's North Ireland.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, correct. 1 more point. We're reading the next question. Why is fertility rate in UK higher than it was 20 years ago? Couples are choosing to have large families, a higher proportion. I can read it I'm a little, proportion of women are having children. Women who delighted childbirth are having children now. Fewer women are interested in the career. Uh, Swelling, what do you think is this correct?
I think it's the third one.
Okay, and you,
Yeah, I think it's the number 3.
okay, I don't know. This is a mystery. Yeah, 1 more point. Okay. Anna, you can read it. The next question.
Yeah. What proportion of women in their mid-40s do not have children nowadays? 10%, 4%, 50, oh my god, 20, sorry, 25% and 40%. I will give a shot. Swelling, go on, and then I give my shot.
So I was lost in the story. Seriously, I don't know. I was, for me it's hard today.
Okay.
It's really
Yeah.
hard.
Now, I don't know. What do you think, Anna? Just like one.
I guess 4 is too low. 10 and 40 is a lot, so maybe I will put 25.
Oh, like, let me see. Swelling, you agree with Anna? Yeah.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's
the best really. Sally, you can read it for us. The next question.
Yes, I can just read, okay? What do
Okay.
what do French couples who have 8 children receive? Um, I don't know what a TOEFL. I don't know.
And you wanna do understand this part of the
yeah. I think money, no. Houses, maybe. I don't know. Can be
the
truffle. I don't know.
Can
Don't
be
make sense
funny.
to give a truffle to. I
yeah,
don't know.
like you have so many babies. A TOEFL for you.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
a medal. I don't know. Medalha. I don't
Uh, so the correct question is B. Like the
Yes.
women receive a medal. Like I forgot how can I say this in English, but like, oh, you have 8 kids. Congratulations! Like, oh my gosh.
Oh my
I
god.
see.
Yeah. So the last question is which of the reasons for low fertility rates is not mentioned? Mentioned. Sorry guys for my really good English reading. Women are incredibly focused on their jobs. People want to enjoy their lives before taking on responsibility. Parents don't have time to have many kids. Kid children are considered of to cost a lot of money. Anna, what do you think?
I think the second one.
The second, okay. And you?
Mm, I think it's the last one.
The last one. Okay, I will. I don't know what I will do because, like, okay, I will just like put one, and I will see. I will put the number what it did in a set, and then after we put the swelling. You said the number 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, that's correct.
Yeah,
See,
Yeah.
you got
like
it.
this is wrong. This is the correct. So, guys, I will stop to screen my. So, guys, thank you for today. Like, we have just 3 girls here, but it's really important for me. Like, have these meetings and keep coming. Swelling was a pleasure. Thank you for everything. Like, don't forget to answer the feedback. It's important for me. Like, understand what I need to improve. Like because it's since a really beautiful place. Beautiful, not, but a really learned place. To understand. And yeah, I think it's just this. We don't have more time, but thank you, Anna, for to be the co-host and be here with me like this great journey. What do you want to say something?
Just
Oh, go on, Sally.
yeah, just thank you. Thank you. It was really good today.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it too. It was very different, but very good.
So,
Thanks.
guys, thank you, thank you, thank you.